Yep, so we had to go ahead and cast Inferno Titan next turn and do 1, 2. Also, if we draw... I guess Emrakul's not a good draw anymore because he has Karakas, but... This is the Andrew Heisner special, it is correct. And him and I've got some things that I've been working on in here now too, but this is his... Originally, it's his baby. And our Inferno Titan can't get plowed. Knight of the Reliquary is actually kind of big. It's not Inferno Titan big, but, you know, it's like medium big. Hand from above with the follow. Thanks, Pat. So we're not just breaching Gristlebrand here because he has Karakas in play. Spread the love out, and he's going to be able to Karakas his Dahlia here, but that's fine. It gets it off the table. So next turn we can breach Gristlebrand and possibly draw a bunch of cards. Hopefully he taps the Karakas. It's weird how this card's so much bigger than all the other cards that you play in Legacy. This isn't an unreasonable spot from our opponent to concede. Alright, he's got Wasteland. He's got things going on, I guess. Yeah, man. I guess his Knight can now block this. That's not going to do much for you, bud. This triggers when I attack. Cast this. Oh, I guess I should have done that post-combat. Yeah, I should have done that post-combat because then I could breach Gristlebrand at his end step. Yeah, that would have been better. I knew I was taking the Thalia off the table, so yeah. Yeah, this was sloppy. His creatures are so little. They only have like 1 toughness, and my guy has 6 points of toughness. It's not fair. Oh man. You know what they say about people that play Scrublands? It's the same thing they say about people that play Badlands. Green Sun for 2. Sure. So not Knight. Knight would be big enough to block. Pridemage. Oh, he's gonna kill the Chalice of the Void, sure. Oh, you're right, we could have pumped there. So we drew this. So now we're gonna breach, and I missed points of damage last turn. It's gonna do 2, 1, and then okay, yeah. So I'm gonna through the breach Gristlebrand this turn, and even if he Karakas it back here, he then won't be able to use this mana to kill the Chalice of the Void. But I wanted to draw cards, opponent. Why wouldn't you let me have fun and draw magic cards? That's all I wanted to do was have some fun. Opponent is so rude. I just wanted to draw some cards. Am I supposed to hit submit here? I guess Sudden Shock's probably good because he definitely has Mother of Runes and he's probably got Godok Teeg. And like Godok Teeg can be kind of annoying. I guess I'll cut it through the breach because Godok Teeg's kind of annoying. I think that's fair. It's like trim 1. Maybe trim a Seething Song. Got one more trim. I think it's just Sudden Shock that we want to cut. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. This doesn't seem unreasonable. Sudden Shock also kills Pride. Yeah, that's good call. What does this hand do? This hand needs more mana. It's not good against Wasteland. Yeah, I'll mulligan this. Hand's worse. Hands worse. Come on, worse. Bottom. What was that? Like, this deck doesn't play... This deck plays... I guess we only play 19 lands. Alright, that's fair worth. Trinisphere is kind of slow. I think... And and it's like a play versus a draw thing. Like, on the play, I think we'll cut the seeding songs and board in 3 Trinispheres. Maybe even cut the 4th Chalice, too, for other Trinispheres. Like, turn 1 Trinisphere on the play is definitely very good. I mean, we have 4 Lotus Petals, too, so it's like 27. And then we're on 3 Seething Songs right now, so it's like 30. So there's 31 mana sources pre-board. Green Sun for 1? Sure. So mulligan to 4, not working out so well, oddly enough. And I'm just gonna concede here. Like, we're not coming back from this. And you know what? I'm not gonna bring in the Trinispheres on the play. I'm just gonna keep the Seething Songs. Like, being able to go really big, really fast against this deck is pretty important. And like, he just can't interact with it. So, like, turn 1 Trinisphere is good, but outside of that, it's kind of slow. Just turn 1 Chalice for 1. Seems okay. We can turn 2 through the breach if we draw something scary. We can sudden shock a Pride Mage. So the problem with Stronghold Gambit right now is that Miracles is playing Mentor even. So like in a world where Miracles didn't have a lot of creatures, you could play Stronghold Gambit, but I think there's enough Monastery Mentors running around that we don't want to do that. Well, this is going to be good for us. Yeah, I think I'm just killing this, right? Not close. If he's playing that, it's because he probably doesn't. He only has like... He's definitely short on lands if he's playing that. So we just cast this now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Try and avoid getting, like, Liliana'd here. Just concedes. Alright. Got him. Easy life. Quick up to 4-0 in this match. Forgot to sack for blue. You're right. It was strictly incorrect. Did not BM sack for blue. That is game 2. We won. No, it was game 3. We won game 1 very quickly. In a similar fashion. We want a die roll. That's starting things off right. This is just like turn 3 Inferno Titan. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little medium. It's a little medium. We need to draw some stuff here probably, but it's probably good against turn 1 Windswept Teeth. Infect. Bug something. That's a good draw. It's not the worst. Get to bait a counterspell. If he has Daze here, we get to get him with Simian Spirit Guide. I would like to pay for this Daze. Thank you. This deck just does obnoxious things. Like, you can't, like, having a plan for this deck is just, like, you have to hope, like, like, if this deck's drawing well, it basically beats everything. It's very good. Finally found a blue deck. Wasteland me, sure. Oh no, my red mana. Well, now we're definitely doing this. It's possible I'm supposed to save this for when he plays another creature out here, but like taking away some of his mana seems okay too. So we're hitting him down to 9 here. And like we have to draw another threat, but our deck's got a lot of threats in it. Alright, that's probably pretty good. I'm going to play Ancient Tomb out here and then go for the old Blood Moon through the Spell Pierce. There might not be basic lands in this deck. This deck is just like, must answer card, must answer card, must answer card, must answer card. Don't you dare put a basic island on the table. Don't do it. Yeah! Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, you thin that deck out. Got him. Oh yeah. Can't win. Teozuma's ours, GTA. How do we win? So opponent's probably playing Bug Delver. I don't know why he showed me this. Maybe he's playing Deathblade. Like this tells me Deathblade. Maybe like there's probably Stoneforge Mystics in his deck. Put this on there just in case. Someone asked for the worm kill. Wiggly worm! Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly worm! Get him! Get him! Alright. Alright. Get big and redded. Okay, so Magus of the Moon's probably good. Sudden Shock and Defense Grid seem good. Seething Song's not great in the counter magic matchups. What else are we supposed to board out here? Need two more cuts. Maybe we don't need the Sudden Shocks. Yeah, I'm gonna cut these. Batterskull is here because we have Godo Bandit Warlord, and Godo needs a Batterskull. You can't cut the Batterskull. We've got Godo. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna bring in the Defense Grids and the Magus of the Moons and cut the Seething Songs. Turn 1 Defense Grid? Sign me up. Must counter. Must counter or you can't counter anymore. That doesn't cast Daze. Well, that seems good for us. That result. He's definitely playing Deathblade. This is a Savannah. Containment Priest. Now this is a rude card. Well, now we just have to not die to this Containment Priest. And I guess if we get to a post-board game, we're bringing in Sudden Shock. So we just need to run off a bunch of mana sources to cast this Inferno Titan. I guess he's leaving mana up every turn, so he can counter the Inferno Titan with a force. So we need to draw. We're on 6-turn clock here. We need mana. That's not mana. And we cut the Seething Song, so there's only 27 mana sources in our deck. Alright, well there's one. May you draw mana 2 of the next 3 draw steps. Alrighty, so you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Alright, next turn's the last turn. It's a one last shot. It's a chance to roll. Need untapped mana source, not Sandstone Needles. Not Sandstone Needles. Come on, Worth. Come on. No! Make sure Magic Online works. He had the force. So even if we missed there. Alright, we're gonna begin sideboarding. Bring in Sudden Shock. Probably Truma through the breach. Definitely want all of those. I'm gonna cut Nemmercool. I think I like that. We can definitely do better than this hand. Is this better? I think we have to mulligan again. I think we have to keep this. Please, Worth. Basic Mountain. Basic Mountain Worth. Alright. Alright. He has a basic forest in his deck. Savage. His true name Nemesis in postboard. Also interesting. What is Meddling Mage name? He's got so many good things. Well, these Maguses block at least. We got that going for us. If he gets Jitty here, the game's over. Batterskull, we can draw a red source and lock him out of putting it into play right away. Sword, like Sword of Fire and Ice, we'll just concede. Yep. Not awful. Yeah, 4-1's fine. Just feels bad losing a good matchup. That matchup's definitely favorable for us if we don't mulligan so low. Decks like this mulligan quite a bit though, so I guess there's that too. I mean, we never 4-1'd with Belcher, and I've 4-1'd my last 2 leagues. 7 was literally 7 pieces of mana. That's 0/0 Dream Crusher, right? hey, maybe he'll 5-0, you know? I think at 6 I would have kept a hand similar to what that 7 was, but like our chance to have a turn 1 Blood Moon on 6 and 5 is much better than keeping that 7. This deck, I think, so like a lot of the legacy decks that I've played on here are like all in cheesy decks, and like I think this deck is actually legitimately good in the format. Like it doesn't have any interaction for your opponent's disruption, but how it interacts with them essentially is just like almost every card you play is a must answer card. So like for most decks in Legacy, like we have 18 cards that Chalice of the Void 2. We have 22 cards that, like, if any of these cards hit play, they're probably in trouble. So, like, whereas, like, their interaction stops a bunch of cards that you've cast with Belcher, in here, it's not like that. Like, when they try and... I guess I'm going to organize this a little better. So this is additional mana. These are lock pieces. These are fatties. These are things that sneak fatties into play. I think this deck is actually legitimately good. And like that's why I played this deck at the Philadelphia Open, and 2 of the 3 matches that I lost, I definitely made mistakes in. Like a lot of the time when you're like losing with Belcher, and like that last match we just lost, I don't really feel like we made any glaring issues. And like one of my match losses in Philadelphia was like that. Like my opponent, just like sometimes that's Magic. Like they have the cards you need and you get blown out. But there are a lot of matches you lose where you make mistakes. And 2 of my 3 when I went 2-3 with this in Philadelphia were me making mistakes. It is different. It's a mono red Stompy deck. Hey, we can cast Griselbrand and World Spine Worm off of Lotus Petals. Thank you very much. Zane's medium. It's like turn 2 Titan. Yeah, alright, we'll keep that against the Molda 6. You bring in Trinisphere against a lot of the fast combo decks and against the Delver decks. The decks that are really land light and the decks that are trying to cast a bunch of spells in the same turn. Well, that's just like the rudest turn 1 play ever. It's Wasteland go, basic Mountain Pass. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Sandstone Needle there and just like offer the trade. Yeah, I guess this lets him use this as mana this turn. You want all of the threats that you're playing. Okay, he's called my bluff. I don't want him to wasteland me. Basically, you just want all of the threats that you play to be good with Through the Breach and Sneak Attack, so that's why things like Stormbreath Dragon don't make the cut. Eldrazi, huh? So he gets to Thought-Knot Seers this turn? I mean, if the bar at the top of the screen moves all the way from the left to the right, I'm going to Charlotte. This explains the double Wasteland keep if he's a colorless deck. It's not like keeping colorless lands. Charlotte is Star City hosting a modern Grand Prix post-bannings. Phyrexian Evoker. Alright, so he's in the tank about what he's supposed to name here. Sneak Attack. Lotus Petal. So, I mean, we're playing out Sandstone Needles next turn if we don't hit another land. Aether Vial. Alright, so he thinks we're Painter? We know he's not ghosting. Yep, I will be in, I will be there, for sure. Not that we care about this naming Aether Vial, but like if he kills the Inferno Titan, this is a clock, so I'm gonna hit this for 1. As well, alright. Oh, he thinks we're goblins. Okay. This is bigger than most Eldrazi. It's a Titan. Oh, a clash of the Titans here. Goblins make sense. All the decks that were good pre-bannings will be good post-bannings. Like, your Thought-Knots here as they turn too slow. Oh man. So we can equip a Batterskull to an Inferno Titan next turn, possibly, if we draw a land. How hot would that be? Let's remember this has fire breathing. And Trey, you have a couple of modern events before then. Like at the very least, there's the Invitational, right? So, Chalice on Zero Sphere stops our Lotus Petals. Fast clock. Yep, you're not wrong. I hope both of them get gone. That would be ideal. I think I'm going to give him the chance to trade with my Germ here. Oh, he can't trade with the Germ, right? Because he, otherwise he dies to this. Oh, we do have states as well, don't we? Is states modern or standard, though? He can't even dismember here, or he dies. Man, am I just casting Simian Spirit Guide? I think we're casting Simian Spirit Guide here. See Pikachu on screen there. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the support. Oh, he can dismember, right? He can dismember the Germ. I will definitely be at the Invitational. That's spicy. Okay. Spatial Contortion resolves. Play this lethal threat. Lethal threat, go. Alright, so you cut Chalice and Chalice Mirrors. We're gonna bring in Magus and I think Shattering Spree. Yeah, Rabble Master seems really bad since he showed a Spatial Contortion. Seems fine. Oh, states is both? Oh, I guess that is how... Oh, states... It's states, not... Wait, is it regionals or states? Because states doesn't give open points, right? So those will be tiny. Now I'm curious. Oh, you're right. I think it is states, because it's not on the tour calendar. Yeah. They're a good time, Zach. They're a good time. Split formats are fun. All constructed split formats are great. This hand just doesn't do anything, so we're going to mulligan. This hand is 1 mana off of a Blood Moon. Man, that's close. The problem with keeping this is we just get turn 2 Thought Knotted and then die. I think we have to bottom that. Thorn's pretty good. Lands. Okay. Yep. It's good. Good land. Turn 2 Thought Knight might even be like borderline bad in Legacy at times. Now we just like want to draw lands for the rest of the game. Lands, Lotus Petals, and Spirit Guides. You have a Mimic. Another Thorn, sure. Godo officially costs less than Through the Breach. Lands the rest of the game worth, please? Please? If I never draw another spell, we won't complain. This is the saddest Shattering Spree ever. I guess if we get to 4 mana, we can kill both the Thorns. That's not irrelevant, I guess. He doesn't have an endless one for 4, so that's good for us. So one more land or Simian Spirit Guide here, and we'll just Shattering Spree both his Thorns. Replicate does not care about Thorn effects. That is correct. It's an ability when you cast the spell. When you cast this, you may copy it for each time you pay its Replicate cost. No, because the base cost of Shattering Spree is 1, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we need a 4th if we want to replicate it and kill the both Thorns. I want to kill both of his Thorns with this Shattering Spree, not just one. And if he finds like another Thorn here, that's annoying, but like Phyrexian Invoker, sure. So this name's Sneak Attack now. If this name's anything other than Sneak Attack or Lotus Petal, he doesn't understand what's going on. See Pikachu on screen there. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the support. Follows and subs are the absolute 2 best ways you can show your support for the stream. So if you're enjoying the constructed content we're showing here, I'd appreciate if you use one or both those buttons below. That's something that Shattering Spree kills at least. So if we draw one more land, maybe I'll kill these 2. I might do that. Although I suppose shattering both of these means next turn if I draw through land for Through the Breach I can Emrakul. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill the Thorn. The other Thorn. So if we draw running lands or running mana sources here, we're in a great spot. I get to go Emrakul in to kill you with Godo. Family swell, Infernum. Thanks for asking. Now I'm probably just gonna worm him if we draw a mana source, so that way we can kill him the following turn. I love the people that are saying we need to unban things, not ban things in Modern. You don't make a format less degenerate by unbanning degenerate things to fight the degenerate things that are going on. That's just like, it's not a good game plan. Delicious naming Lotus Petal, I assume. What's the matter, toddler? Inferno Titan, yeah, sure. If that one comes down, you guys are dead either way, so. Alright, now that we for sure have the 6th land, I'm just going to go ahead and Emrakul him here. Just like clean up his board so nothing, no funny business can happen. And this is why Eldrazi are fair in Legacy, because bigger Eldrazi are happening in Legacy. Opponent doesn't want to play anymore. No, come back, opponent. We weren't done. We were going to go to you. No, he's awake. Alright, well, let's stand sweet. We're going to lead on Basic Mountain here. Possible turn 2 Blood Moon here. We got a worm. Wiggly. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly worm. Wiggliest of worms. Basic Forest. Mary's Guile. Alright. So Blood Moon probably not even going to be that good here. Am I supposed to just play Sneak Attack here? I think I'm supposed to play Sneak Attack here. Maybe we have to try and kill him ASAP before he gets like Elephant Grass out here. This matchup's actually probably kind of hard for us. Like thinking about what's on the board. Sure, man. You got rest in peace. So I'm gonna Song into Blood Moon, put Worm into play here. I'm gonna keep playing Kiki Chord most likely. This cuts him off of shuffling to look at more cards with Guile. Oh! Wow, Rest in Peace was relevant there. It stops the worm from triggering. That's right. And doesn't die. Okay. So we've got a rip. That interaction didn't occur to me. I'm not sure we're going to get a chance to do any live paper playtesting before Baltimore Yo Cousin, but we'll probably put together decks from Baltimore after Baltimore and in between the Invitational and play some matches with those before it's on Magic Online. He could lock us out of this game very reasonably and realistically here. He could also just, like, he has main deck Rest in Peace, which means he has, alright, or we can do that. Just doing bad things to nice people, that's our motto. Opponent didn't want to play Magic anymore. Trinisphere seems good. Rabble Master seems okay. Blood Moon's not good in this matchup, right? Like, that can't be. And I think I'm going to Goto and Batterskull just because of Elephant Grass stops them from attacking. I think I'm going to try Rebel Master. That could be incorrect, but I think I'm going to try this. I really don't play in Wizards events, so I'm not qualified for the Pro Tour. Play pretty much just on SCG circuit. That sounds medium. Turn 2 Trinisphere is probably fine. I don't look at decks while I'm streaming, but if you send me a message on Facebook or Twitter, I do try to respond on there. Discard spells, okay. Yeah, in general, SCG events are slightly better cash EV. The prize money to player ratio is more favorable, which means, and the events are smaller overall, which means you need a worse record to top 8 them. Alright, well, we're 1 mana off of casting this Inferno Titan. It's a shame we lost her through the breach. He probably is just on, like, 1 Bayou to cast these Thoughtseizes, which does make Blood Moon better. So on the play for Game 3, I'm going to bring the Blood Moons back in, probably, if we get a Game 3. Hopefully we just win this one and then it's irrelevant, but I think I'm going to cut 1 Trinisphere and bring in 4 Blood Moons, and 1 Trinisphere and 3 Rebel Masters and bring in 4 Blood Moons. Jahoki, I would actually argue that while the very peak of the Grand Prix and PTs are probably a higher skill level than the SCG events, the median player at both events is probably about the same. Well, he has all the mana now. Sanctum? Make some 4/4 angels? Can't Inferno Titan. I know! This card's too good. Worth, please ban. Please ban. Watsy, please ban. The old double Elephant Grass. Yeah, Rabble Master just looks awful, whereas Blood Moon, if this was a Blood Moon, we'd be in a reasonable spot. We just, like, pitch Spirit Guide, play Blood Moon post-combat. Oh, if we fire breathe, yep, you're correct. He'd be at 3 here if I'd have taken 2, and then we'd kill him with the trigger this turn. You're getting Oblivion ringed? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're completely correct. Definitely should have used the fire breathing. I just had this preserve my life total in the back of my mind, but that's completely irrelevant. I often misuse the fire breathing on this card. I just haven't played the deck enough to have that be something that I'm thinking about when we're trying to figure out, like, lethal. And he could just combo kill us next turn. No, I don't think he would have blocked. And if he would have blocked, he would have drawn less cards, so we would have been fine with that. It's definitely right to have paid 4 here and then done extra damage to him. Huh. That's because Legacy Enchantress generally isn't considered to be a very good deck. So yeah, so our opponent would have died this turn if I would have Fire Breathed last turn. So now he gets the chump block, and then if he already has the Helm of Obedience, we die, and he gets 3 looks at it. He can also tutor with Sterling Grove here, so yeah, so he's actually probably going to be able to lock us out of this game, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, so he's going to sack Sterling Grove, and he gets a shuffle here. And then he gets 3 looks with Murray's Guile to kill us, and he's probably getting like a Sarah Sanctum or something like that, and he has infinite cards in his hand. He only has 1 Enchantress effect right now, but... Banishing Light, sure. So he's going to sack his Elephant Grasses, then Banishing Light, the Inferno Titan. Okay, so we have a chance to kill him next turn. Yeah, so we sneak attack. I couldn't have done all that this same turn, Trey, because we had to pay 4 mana to attack. But next turn, we're going to put Griselbrand and then pitch Simian Spirit Guide and draw 14 cards and possibly kill him. Yeah, if he passes, we have a reasonable shot to win. If he doesn't, like, put out a lock piece here. Exploration is interesting. If you draw a card, you misses. If you do, you can't be attacked. Okay, so we're going to put Sneak Attack into play. We're going to draw 14 cards. Alright, well there's the Spirit Guides. We're looking for a second Inferno Titan here. Did not hit. So we can't actually kill him. It's unfortunate. And we can't attack because we're at 2 life. We can't attack him. Oh, wait. He doesn't have the things anymore. Right. Got it. I would have gotten there when it offered me attackers, okay? I would have gotten there when it offered me attackers. Winning the game, strong line. Tiny baby. What's the matter, tiny baby? Oh, you're tired? Oh, Mom. Did you make your mom a present, little boy? That was so nice of you. Hi. Hi. No, don't pull Dad's headset cord. Don't do it. Don't do it, tiny angry baby. Don't do it. I saw Pikachu on screen there. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the support. We appreciate the support. Declan's so excited that you followed the stream, he grabbed his pants. He's so excited he grabbed his pants. Aren't you, D-Money? You're so excited you pooped? Yeah. Look at that. We want a die roll. Another strong. Starting off strong. Turn 2 moon. Turn 1 chalice. Turn 2 moon. Keep. Opponent's mulliganing. It's a good start for us. Alright, sorry about that. Muted myself for a second. You have a turn 1 mana reshaper. We're going to go turn 2 blood. Turn endless 1 for 3, sure. So this gets us in 6 turns. Chalice for 1, not good against another Chalice deck, obviously. Blood Moon, however, good against Eldrazi. So Eldrazi is part of the reason I decided to play this deck in Philadelphia. That was the release weekend for Eldrazi, basically, and for Eldrazi and Legacy. And it seemed like it would be has a reasonable matchup here. So now we just have to draw some mana sources and a threat to go through the breach before we die to this endless one. Alright, we're dead in 3 now. Alright. So that's another 5 mana thing. So that's half a threat. It beats everything he has on the table. So if we draw a Seething Song or running mana sources here. We need to draw running mana sources or Seething Song. Let's see if another endless one. That'd be rough. He could put us to dead on board. I'm assuming he just doesn't have anything, or maybe he's thinking about like something to put Chalice on. He should put Chalice on 0 if he has it here, because that stops us from playing Lotus Petal. So we get 1 draw step. Back to him, we go to 3. We get another draw step. So if we hit running untapped, we can hit tap mana source next turn. Ideally, we just hit Seething Song here and then get to play Batterskull out. Alright, well, now we have to draw exactly Seething Song next turn. Oh, no. He had the Endless one and just... Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Wasn't coming anyways.
No.
Let's see, do I get to be inside Boarding Magic Online? Just cut Chalices, bring in Shattering Sprees and Magus of the Moon and hit submit. It is looking that way, yo cousin. We are definitely heading towards the Charlotte goal. Still got plenty of time to go. Yeah, Infernum. That's why you have a sword. Because I remembered you. You don't give the swords to just anyone around here. God, this hand is so close to being amazing. If either of these were just like better, or were just like Gristlebrand or World Spine Worm. We can't keep this. We can't just like spend 5 cards to play a turn 1 Batterskull. That seems awful. No, we're on the play. We lost this game. We lost last game. If we even had one land in there, like one of those free mana sources was something to, like if one of those free mana sources had been something to like a land, I probably would have kept that with turn 1 Batterskull. This hand's much better though. It's like turn 1 Magus, go. And like now we just like want to draw lands for the rest of the game. So Worth, if we never draw another spell this game, we'll be happy. Alright, it's a good... Endless one, sure. And I don't want to offer this trade, so I'm just going to pass the turn here. An attack here means he probably has land and another Endless one, which is like his one. This and Mimic are like the 2 cards he can cast while he's under Blood Moon. I haven't played on X-Mage in a very long time. I have been playing on Cockatrice recently, but I have not played on X-Mage in a very long time. Shattering Spree is because they often bring in mana rock, or not mana rocks. They often bring in what's the word I'm searching for? Like sphere effects. Now that we have 3 triple lands, I might throw this Magus in front of the Mimic. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, they have like Thorn of Amethyst and Sphere of Resistance. Our deck doesn't really care about Chalice. We play Chalice of the Void ourselves, so we don't care about that type of effect, really. Yeah, I hear they have user registration now. Can you ignore users and like block things? Can you like block people and ignore users and like kick them out of your game and stuff on Xmage yet? If you can't like block people and like user management, it's not really something I want to do. If he has double Thought Knot here, that would be awful for us. If he has Smasher, we can beat that. Yeah, 'cause we're taking 12 here, right? So that means we're going to 6, and this will put us to 4 when we breach the worm next turn. Oh, so he's just dead, actually, right? Because he took damage off his Dismember. Strong play, opponent. I've streamed both of those clients in the past, and the problem is while they're functional for playing, the card images on Magic Online aren't even that large. The card images on Xmage and Cockatrice are even smaller. So like it doesn't get good viewers because it doesn't translate well, and like most people aren't used to looking at Cockatrice and Xmage, so it's hard for people that are watching to follow when coming from other Magic streams. So it just doesn't get anywhere near the viewer count that this does. That Magic Online does, and Magic Online already doesn't have a huge viewer attraction. So like you're taking your viewers and then you're alienating them more and more, etc. Yo, cousin, that's because you didn't download card images. Xmage and Cockatrice don't automatically distribute card images. That's how they avoid, legal things. So if you... I think this hand's a keep. It's a little slow, but, like, one good thing for a sneak attack, and we're, like, off to the races. Yeah, I think this is a keep. It's got turn 2 Blood Moon, hypothetically. You have to be more specific. Moto's like in a perpetual state of broken, so... This hand's also pretty resistant to a Thought Knot Seer, which is nice. We can just like turn 2 Batterskull too. Take your pick, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he has to take Blood Moon here. Sure, but the difference is you can report those bugs on Xmage or even fix them yourself if you're a software developer. Like I've contributed code and helped code a couple of like older cards, and I was testing Legacy on Xmage previously. The bugs don't just like sit there and rot forever like they do on Magic Online. This is what you would define as the best draw on the deck in this situation. This is what you would call the best draw on the deck. So we're going to put this into play. We're going to draw 14 cards. We're going to hit a Lotus Petal or Simian Spirit Guide. Xmage is open source. It's on GitHub. Oh, baby, a triple. Lotus Petal, Simian Spirit Guide, pitch the Spirit Guide, activate. This is why turn 2 Thought Knot Seer is fair. This is why turn 2 Thought Knot Seer is fair in Legacy. And the ban lists get updated right away. You are correct. Take a picture of this for the old both teams tried hard screenshot pool. We get to draw a card when his Thought Knot Seer dies. That's so awesome. It was an Eldrazi mirror, really. The card in front of the far right pile. That's Godo Bandit Warlord, the card that someone just put the text in chat. Did I have an Inferno Titan? I missed it. I've made some really small changes. Like, we've got defense grids in the sideboard now, and we're up to 3 Inferno Titans over the second Batterskull. Just like super, super tiny changes.
Buddy,
Yep.
Jake just brought me this and then walked to the door.
Yeah, he knows what he wants.
I'm sorry.
He ain't dumb.
Can we have more? I already gave him 6.
Yeah, if it's empty, give it to him.
This one's down.
Hook him up.
This one's yours.
Real talk, why Godo? So previously, this had been Wormcoil Engine. The nicer thing about Godo, it leaves behind a 4/4, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to try it. I think I like this better than Wormcoil Engine on average. Drawing the Batterskull is nice because you can Seething Song into it. Yep, turn 1 Blood Moon. First thing you have to force. Don't force it. Good man. Didn't force it. Mishra's Factory. Alright, that's probably good for us. So you get the clock value. Yeah, exactly. See? Shrouded understands. Another Eldrazi deck. Alright, sweet. No Endless One. That's good for us. Another Mimic and Endless One for 4 would be bad for us. What was he have for 3? Crucible? Sure. I guess I put Chalice on 2. Like, in case he has, like, Thorns or Spheres in the main deck. So we're just looking for a fatty boom boom. Anything in this column will do. We prefer the top 7 guys, but anything in the out of those 12 will do. Another 3-drop? It's another Mimic, sure. We can't cast her naturally. She's red white, right? You're the best. My wife made cake balls. Yeah, but like those threats that we can't cast, the threats that we play that we can't cast, what's the word I'm searching for, are like huge game-ending threats on their own. It really isn't that. Like these like medium-sized threats are ones we want to be able to cast on our own. A lot of Eldrazi tonight. Not that I'm complaining. Like I said, need to build this playpoint vat back up. It's like mono 4/1s. Maybe we can 5-0 one of these finally. That'd be great. Man, that was good.
What? The cake ball?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking? Are you saying when you said that was good? Are you talking about the cake ball or your game?
Both. Ripped a wiggly worm to clean it all up. Got to eat a cake ball. Everybody's a winner. This hand's great. Don't play with don't play us taxing. Don't play a thorn. Yeah, man, Pithing Needle, you got it. Deal. I will not sneak attack you. Your breach, however, might be open. If we never draw another land for the rest of the game, Worth, we won't be upset. Please, Worth. Please, Worth, just lands for the rest of the game, please. Thank you, Worth. Sometimes the good Worth giveth. Thanks, Infernum. That's why we're here. Everybody's here to learn. Look at how good Worth is being to us tonight. He's such a champ. I get like 4 forward here. You gonna Phyrexian Metamorph the Thorn? I don't hate Phyrexian Metamorph Thorn. Seems okay. That Shattering Spear would be a hot draw next turn. Sorry, apologies. We'll stop doing that. Another Pithing Needle, okay. It's like backup sneak attack. What?
What were they complaining about?
I was chewing on the cake ball stick. Right, this puts us to 5 and then 6 and then through the breach. I think I'm supposed to Grizzle Daddy here. I think I'm just supposed to stay at 20 here. Maybe I'm supposed to draw more cards because he could do something weird and like Thought Knot Seer me. Yeah, I can go to 13. That's fine. I already played a land this turn, right? Yeah, looks like it. Well, we'll discard these sneak attacks. Sneak, sneak, sandstone, sandstone, blood moon, seething song, lotus petal, lotus petal. All right. Magic's hard, etc., etc. Onto 4-0 in this league as well. Yeah. Yeah, good clean living right here. Look at this. We're gonna be up to 260 play points at bare minimum, maybe 300 almost if we win this. Oh baby. I do have a standard deck that I like. Feels reasonable. What's up?
I'm going upstairs with Jake.
Okay. Why is he upstairs still?
Because my game is
Okay.
hard to get up. Coming down?
We want a die roll. Return 1 Blood Moon. Keep.
Get in there before your brother gets out. That's on Scott. Oh, somebody's ready for bed. I'll play Rosie. Ring around the rose.
Next weekend is SCG Baltimore. Not this coming weekend, the following weekend.
Ashes all
Did he bite his tongue?
Where'd that scratch come from?
I have no idea.
That curl is awesome, buddy.
Chalice for one's probably not good against another City of Traders deck, but we'll try. We'll talk later, Pat. Yeah, just, man, so I haven't played against this much Eldrazi on here in a long time. Maybe ever. Alright, and again, please, Great Worth, if you just give us the gift of mana for the rest of the game, we will not complain. Please, Great Worth, make the mana rain from the heavens. That's not mana worth. Please, Great Worth, we need the manas. Don't let us die to this 2-1 beatdown. Don't let us. Oh, he's got a 5/5. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. Yeah, this is a lot of Eldrazi. Yeah, some of them play like one. If he has another endless one here, we're dead. But that's fine. This matchup's pretty good on average. So what we need... No, we're just dead here, right? Because the Thorn of Amethyst means Seething Song only makes 1 mana. And Through the Breach costs 6. Yeah, just super dead. GG opponent. Again, we get to board out these chalices that are bad and bring in 2 Magus to the Moon and 2 Shattering Spree. You know, this is the 3rd league where I have started 4-0 and then lost to a good matchup in the last round. Thanks, Inferno. I'll be streaming between now and then. I'm sure you'll be around. Shifting Walls, younger brother. Yep. Yeah, Shardless is a great matchup for the 6 Blood Moon deck. Alright. Please, Great Worth, all we ask of you is that you gift us with mana. Make you may the mana rain from the heavens. We've been so good this year, Worth. Please, just all lands for the rest of the game. All we're asking for is mana. This is definitely a keep. What? Maybe he's boarding in Leyline Helm? That's the only... Leyline Helm is the only reason I can think that this is in his deck. Oh, Great Worth, we will be so good if you just make mana rain from the heavens. Please, just lands for the rest of the game. Lands and Simian Spirit Guides and Lotus Petals. Oh, Worth. Oh, Worth. Oh, jeez. Weird. Sorry, it's getting fixed. Well, we kept... Apologies for... I'll catch people up now. Sorry for the delay. The recording's going to be better, too. We kept... Yep. That's... Yep. Every time. We've lost... We started 4-0 and lost to a good matchup in the finals. That's so frustrating. Oh well, 4-1 is still turning a profit at least. It's not like the 3-2 kick in the dick. That's this guy's record. He's also 4-0, so good for him. So the keep that game was Simian Spirit Guide, or it was Lotus Petal, City of Traders, Magus of the Moon, Shattering Spree, Sneak Attack, Gristlebrand. So like, the keep was fine. That's fine. We're farming 40 play points, 40 play points a batch. Just 12 and 3 in my last 3 leagues with the deck. This is a variation of what I played in Philly. That is correct. I mean, there are certain decks that are definitely much less awful than other decks.
Oh, you're not feeling well either, huh?
You know, every time I try and do what our opponent did, which is mulligan to a ley line, you just like always end up at like 3 cards and never see the ley line. Oh, is it time for the tiny baby to go to bed? It's almost 10 o'clock, Krabby baby. We ended up cutting the Chandra. She was just underperforming. See, Peach right on screen there. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support. Have we cast Godo yet? I don't think we've cast Godo in this session. I think I've cast him once off stream. It was new Chandra, the Chandra Flame Caller.
You know, cars go beep beep. Beep beep.
I mean, this Batter Skull is basically previously Chandra, so we still have the same number of, like, sneaky threats. We've got Gristlebrand, World Spineworm, Emrakul, and we've got 3 Inferno Titans and 2 Godo Bandit Warlords here. Godo is a threat that ends the game that you can actually cast. You can read about my thoughts on the new set and cards possibly for Cord on mtgcardmarket.com. I have a weekly column there. And go ahead and link to that. What does this hand do? Same plays a turn 1 Chalice, possibly turn 2 Sneak Attack. It's only got an Inferno Titan. Nope, you just want more fatties. If you're not playing Godo there, you're probably playing something like Wormcoil Engine. Well, that's not great. This isn't the same person we just played against, is it? Is this the Eldrazi player we just played against? Yeah, looks like it. Human? Alright, not sure what our opponent is doing now. Thalia? Ooh, that's really good. So I was hoping to play Sneak Attack on turn 2 there, but this now costs 5, so we can't do that. Saucepan Boy with the follow. Thank you for the support, I appreciate that. Opponent looks like they're playing Death in Texas.
What is that? Jake? Jake.
If he doesn't wasteland us, we're gonna take him on a trip to Sad Town. You should definitely waste my double land.
Honey, look. He likes it.
His bears are just so hateful. Oh, come on, don't wasteland me. Just pass the turn. Play a 3-drop. Play a Knight of the Reliquary. Come on. You know you want to play Knight? What's the worst thing I could do with 3 mana next turn? Come on. Rats. He saw the line. We are just the unluckiest. I don't have editorial access on that site, yo cousin. Sort of Fire and Ice. If we don't get Wastelanded again this turn, I guess Port could be bad for us too. Although if he's porting us, he's not using Stoneforge Mystic, so I guess it's like a wash. We might actually lose this game. I guess we could draw something good with... we could draw something good to sneak attack in, but... Alright, that could do it. Put this on 1. We should have won the die roll this game. So the mistake we made this game was losing the die roll. Oh, it's okay, tiny boy. So we need to draw a Simian Spirit Guide or an Ancient Tomb next turn. So we're getting hit for 4, 5, 6, 7 this turn. 15% of the format. Wow. Thankfully, the Wiggly Worm is not red or blue, so it can block this Thalia with the sword next turn. If we hit a Simian Spirit Guide or an Ancient Tomb, City of Trader also works. No, that doesn't do anything, Iron Man. Because we would have had to then play the sneak attack. I guess we'd have the sneak attack in play right now, but like playing around the second Wasteland when they have no card selection, they've only seen 11 cards is unreasonable. Like if you play the mountain there, you're putting yourself a turn behind getting the sneak attack into play and activating it. And now we're 2 turns behind if he has the Wasteland, but I think the risk to reward is in favor of not playing around a second Wasteland when they have 0 card selection. So need to draw a double land or we're dead. Or a Simian Spirit Guide. Godo, so we're dead. Another matchup where Blood Moon's not great. Bring in Sudden Shocks and Shattering Sprees. So opponent, this matchup's pretty good for us. Opponent had to be on the play, had to have Thalia, and had to have double Wasteland. Goder's fine. He's better than some cards and worse than others. He's better against Swords to Plowshares. This hand just isn't doing enough. I think this hand's fine. Needs some... Needs mana and a threat, but I think this is a keep on 6. Yeah, I think we're supposed to keep this. Alright, so we'll play our mountain here. The question is if we play the city out. Yeah, I guess we do play the city out. If he has turn 2 Phyrexian Revoker, he has turn 2 Phyrexian Revoker, but yeah, we're just gonna go city sneak attack. And if we get Revokered, we get Revokered. I only have 4 of them, so I'm sure he's gonna play one here. If he doesn't have one, we get to win the game, which is fun. I guess he could plow the World Spine Worm. Although I guess we go Chalice on one and to plow the World Spine Worm. Just one time, could you not have it, OP? Sometimes their things line up well against you. That's just magic. So I'm not going to... I'm not going to play out this mountain because if we draw a Lotus Petal, a Simian Spirit Guide, or a Seething Song, we can play the Through the Breach next turn. I mean, I feel like Worms proved its worth a number of times on here. Like, sometimes the Annihilator's good, but there's a lot of games where you just, like, you want the worm to actually kill them. Like, Emrakul doesn't actually win the game. Like, he does 15 to them, and sometimes he clears most of the board. Yeah, or another city, or an ancient tomb. Like, I think we're supposed to hold the mountain here. And we're gonna get ported here, but that's fine. If we play a land, City of Traders dies. Alright, well. Next turn we can breach. Ride the Wiggly Worm. Ride the Wiggly Worm. Wiggly, 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 wiggly worm. Wiggly, 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 wiggly worm. Wiggly, 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 wiggly worm. Wiggly worm. Chillins. They're not done. Seriously, opponent? You're gonna choose this turn? This is the turn where you wasteland me. Why wouldn't you wasteland me last turn if you were gonna wasteland me? Ah! The salt is real. Yeah, there's a ghost in the castle. Alright, we're gonna play one more and then we're gonna call it a night. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out here this evening. Yeah, there we go. MTG bots on it. Spooky ghost. I have to finish my Hex article tonight. It's almost done. I gotta proofread it and put some formatting in. It's almost 10 o'clock here. Going for about 4 hours. We're going to be back tomorrow afternoon playing some Pauper. I've got, if I can pull that up, I've got Kadaltha Jeskai borrowed up here for Pauper tomorrow afternoon. Sounds like a good time. Sweet, kind of sweet red, white, splash blue value deck in Pauper. We're going to give a try too. Want to die roll. Turn to Gristlebrand. Yep. Keep. Why couldn't we have this hand against our Death and Taxes opponent? That's so good. This opponent's probably going to have Daze or some kind of other unfun counterspell. No! Don't take my magic cards away, opponent! I just wanted to put Gristlebrand into play. Is that too much to ask? Peace, Infernum. No, my poor Gristle Daddy. He was so young. He never had a chance. He never had a chance. He took Seething Song. Interesting. Yeah, it's really interesting. So he doesn't have counterspells in his hand? Maybe he's playing, this could be Shardless, I guess. Yeah, we've been going for about 4 hours. So, good long while here. I'm trying to think, like, what the, like, does he have, like, main deck Meddling Mage here? Like, Hymn to Torok, maybe, but, like... Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Okay, sure. Maybe he just assumed that I have a lot of fatties in my deck. If he just has a force here or whatever. Okay, sure. Yep. Scale of 1 to get wrecked. Baby Jace, Big Jace. Oh, he has another Thoughtseize, and then he gets to flip his Jace and Thoughtseize me again? At least he doesn't have a clock. Well, we're going to play out our mana. Might as well. We draw a Titan or a Godo or a Batterskull. We can just jam it. Looks like a matchup where... looks like a matchup where Magus the Moon out of the board is going to be reasonable. He's playing just kind of Esper mid-range value stuff. Probably Stoneforge Mystics in his deck somewhere. I think we're going to board in 3 balls in this matchup. Cut the Seething Songs. Yeah, it looks like he's playing Stoneblade. That's one of the things I said we could cast. I would have preferred a Godo so we'd have gotten 2 bodies, but, you know. I guess we have enough mana to technically like bounce and return this too, so it's not the worst. Stone Forge, get a little Batterskull mirror going on. So does he already have Batterskull in hand if he got Jitty? He has to already have Batterskull in hand, right? That's the only reason to do that. I should attack and make him make blocking decisions before playing that, but it's not going to change anything. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. If you're just forcing the sneak spells anyways, you don't care that I have mana in my hand. When you force, you just get rid of my mana, essentially. Sure. Five, six, seven, eight, nine. Well on our way to casting Emrakul. Last two cards are force blue card. Yep. Why not? So, what's the out here? Like, we want to run like sneak attack into Fatty. We can get him. He's attacking for 5 a turn essentially by power of putting counters on the Jitty. Wouldn't be surprised to see him flashback like Painful Truths or Ponder here. How many songs there are is irrelevant. You should be taking the cards that like actually combo you, not the cards that just make mana, because I have a bunch of mana. Gristlebrand is 4 black, actually. I think the worm's only, I believe the worm is only 3 green. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sure. You're dipping them in chocolate?
Well, that's what I want to know. If I should dip them in chocolate or that's salted caramel hot chocolate candy.
What? This is, hold on, I mute my mic. This is, my wife is making these. Alright. He's boarding in 15 counter spells. Do you think so? He's got so many discard spells in the main deck, I don't think I want Defense Grid. I think if I wanted something like fight the discard and counter spells, I'd want Trinisphere. Maybe transfer is fine here. I don't know. I feel like minimal boarding, like just Seething Song out, Shuddering Spree, Magus in is fine. He definitely has more counter magic on the board, though. I'm going to try this. Chalice plus Blood Moons is probably fine. And if not, like, I was bound to 3-2 a league eventually, right? That was bound to happen. Man, this hand, all the hands with lots of spells always look really good, right? Yeah, I boarded in Magus. Alright, mana's not the worst. We draw Batterskull, we can play it next turn. Sure, you're just going to play Stoneforge Mystic on 2? No turn 2 play. Great. Great for us. Alright, that's not bad. He gets to fetch a basic plains or basic island, but this is still probably going to be pretty reasonable. He can't plow it. He has to choose between plains and island here. We know he at least has a plains. Because we saw basic plains last game. This lets him cast Stoneforge Mystic when he draws it. And get Jitty and then Jitty down the Magus. Itty Bitty has the swamp in his hand. What a scumlord. Has the swamp. I'm not going to play the Mana Monkey out, even though it increases the clock. Because if we draw land fatty, I want to be able to breach it. The Magus is in the sideboard. You board out the moon effects against miracles, yes. Alright, well, now we're just looking for fatty. And if we hit another mana source, we'll play the Magus out, or the Simian Spirit Guide out next turn. Like, we draw Gristlebees, or like Wiggly Worm, or anything like that. We can just get our breach on. Get our breach on. Don't you dare cast Batterskull. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. You have a heart. Good job. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. Cast this backup Blood Moon. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have played the backup Blood Moon because if he plays, he can play Engineered Explosives for 3. That was incorrect. This shouldn't. I shouldn't have played this because Engineered Explosives kills both of them. He showed us an EE last game. There might not be an EE in his deck right now. He might board that out, but like the fact that he showed it to us means I'm supposed to keep this in. Keep this in my hand, I think. Fatty boom boom. Fatty boom boom. Alright, I'm going to hold the Simian Spirit Guide one more turn here. We no longer need it for mana. I guess we could draw Godo or Titan, but then we could just breach those. But basically, playing the Simian Spirit Guide out last turn doesn't increase the clock at all. So this next turn, if we don't draw Fatty Boom Boom, I'm gonna play the Spirit Guide. Yeah, so we're gonna hit him down to 8, and then we're gonna play Simian Spirit Guide because it puts him on a 2-turn clock. This isn't a real game of Legacy till Simian Spirit Guide gets into the red zone. Karakas. Man, he's drawn a lot of lands. End the game now. Show me your force of will. I mean, we're just the unluckiest. Containment Priest. No, I would not like to put a creature from my hand into play. That's pretty good. I guess that's a reason to... Oh, I should have attacked with both, because I have this... I'm just a big dumb dummy. I should have attacked... I had it in my head that I didn't want him to... I didn't want him to trade with my guy, but we have a Blood Moon. So he should be dead this turn and be forced to trade off with the Containment Priest. That was just a mistake. Yeah, I think I like my assessment. Oh, you know what? We're going to bring in Sudden Shock to deal with the Jace and the Containment Priest situation. Do that. I'm going to board out... I'm going to board out one Sneak Attack, and I'm going to board out a World Spine Worm. Can his deck not beat Rabblemaster? He has Jitty and Batterskull, which definitely beat Rabblemaster. Rabblemaster is good against decks that don't have interaction with him. Miracles, Traditional Sneak and Show. I think I have to mulligan this. Yep, keep. Do I want to land here? I feel like I don't. I could be incorrect, though. We're going to put Chalice on one here. I'm not just playing out the Magus because I don't want him to be able to plow it, float white, and then plow it. Chalice on one means he can't plow it. Next turn, we'll go pitch Spirit Guide, cast Magus. That resolved. That's good for us. So I'm pitching the Spirit Guide here because I would like the option to keep City of Traders around. Okay, and he has it. So we get a little punish there because we are going to lose the city now because we're not going to not play out land since we have so many more in our hand. Oh yeah, I definitely should have played Petal there because like if he has a discard spell, I guess we have Chalice if he has a discard spell. Disenchant. Super punish. Don't Thoughtseize me. Don't do it. Ah! Just all the mistakes. All of the mistakes have been made. You're definitely correct that I should have played the Petal. I should have just put the Petal into play. So we'd be up a Petal right now if I'd played properly. Yep, he has a plow here. Apologies if that was loud. Well, this is unfortunate. This is like literally our best draw here. You just click. Ugh. Ugh. And you can just keep clicking us with the Karakas. Thankfully, not having the pedal isn't coming back to bite us. I'm really surprised he's not Caracasing his click. Why do it this turn and not last turn? I don't understand. Maybe he just missed it last turn? Yeah, his draw definitely lined up well against ours. Like his series of answers lined up well against our series of threats. I mean, okay. That's definitely a thing that could happen here. This is why we play some of these crappy threats, you know, because we can actually cast them. We're gonna get forced. He's reading it, and then he goes, "Oh, sweet, sweet, yes, that one." Now again, kind of wish I had a Lotus Petal in play because this Caracas can interact with this. He have a Batterskull of his own. That would be bad. He has to Caracas Godo this turn. And this is a situation where I kind of wish I had a second Batterskull in the deck. We were playing two Batterskulls for a little while. Correct. You can undo things that go into the graveyard, but you can't control Z Wall. Wall of Roots is just so broken on this application, like it's unreal. Hopefully he messes up here and lets us enter combat, so Godo triggers and gives us a second attack step. That would be sweet. If we draw Sneak Attack, we'll be punished for not having the Lotus Petal in play, because we could have had a Lotus Petal in play this whole time. Alright, another monkey. That's fine. Is he really going to Caracas his click here? That can't be right, right? Yeah, he's going to Caracas Godo before we enter combat. Or before we attack. Ooh, okay. Yeah, man, you do you. Opponent is now rereading Godo and realizing the mistakes that have been made. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Mana Monkey there? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to play the Mana Monkey there. Because he's going to click my Mana Monkey. He going to target himself or target me? Targeting. Yeah, he's targeting himself. Okay, that's fair. Is he trading with Godo? That can't be. Sure. Wait, is he dead? He has to have Plow, right? Like he needs Plow here. And even then, Plow puts us in a favorable position to race. Okay, he has Plow. Fair. Is he gonna trade with Godo? Wow, that's good for us. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we can undo that. That's fine. Guessed. He hit the Plow off his click, so bully for him. But trading the click off unless he has another one is pretty good for us. I mean, that's not bad. We get to go ahead and end step, bounce. Oh, I could have equipped a Batterskull there. I think I'd rather bounce and replay it. That could be incorrect, but like we get pretty blown out if he has like a Plow there or a Snap Plow. So I think I'd rather have the Batterskull back in my hand. You can undo guide. Yep. Yep, you can undo guide. All right. Sometimes the simian spirit beatdown. This is just. I was planning on ending the night anyways. This is just a perfect place to do it. Just beating him down with the Mana Monkeys, taking him downtown to the Mana Monkey beat down Browntown. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate everyone hanging out here tonight. My name is Jeff Hoagland, and if you appreciate the constructed content that you're seeing here on Magic, we play Standard, Modern, Legacy. We're gonna play some Pauper tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna be on probably about 1 or 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're gonna play some of this Kadaltha deck that I was talking about.